when the Protoss fast expands, he puts one cannon right out in the front, and then the second one next to his Expo Nexus, which oftentimes, if the Zerg player only sees one cannon, he'll go, oh, I can just run in. Then he'll run up there, and it'll be too late. He'll see two cannons. It's a similar concept. It's just putting turrets a little bit farther back and your army in your main to trap that. And it looks like LX is pretty much given up on this and is going to focus on massing up.
Yeah, and look at Super right now. He's adding a lot of factories, so it looks like he's going to go up to 6 factories. And when you go to 6 factories off of 2 bases, that is a very strong timing push.
Right,
and,
right.
you know, he might be able to catch LX off guard here. It looks like LX wants to throw up a 3rd base. And if he does throw up that 3rd base before too many units and he can deal with this Reaver correctly, then this is going to be a very strong timing push.
Yeah, I think so. What he has to watch out for is to make sure that his opponent doesn't do too much damage with the Reaver. Now, the Reaver can actually be incredibly abusive against a mid-game Terran push because you can fire the Scarabs before the tank can hit it, just barely pick it up and move it back, and whoa, we're going to see fast carriers.
Yeah, that's what it looks like. He is not taking that 3rd Nexus, throwing up 2 Stargates. And, you know, that's a pretty good transition out of the Reaver because hopefully what the Reaver's going to do is, as you said, you know, just kind of fly back and back and back in front of the push, picking stuff off at the front of the push. And that should slow the push down enough, in theory, for these carriers to get out, for them to make interceptors, and give LX the time he needs to really pull off the strategy.
And you know what's even better about this is that this map is so large that this Reaver can fire, move back, fire, move back, fire, move back. If LX does it perfectly, that the Terran might even turn around after losing a few units, or may neglect moving forward at all. However, we already see more than the normal amount of Goliaths, I think. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I don't believe you would normally see 3 Goliaths this early. Maybe 1 or 2 to shoot down an observer, but
in fact, he has 4 Goliaths and 5 Marines. So, you know, I'm not sure if he's scanned yet on the carriers, but, you know, at least those Goliaths are going to help out a lot against the Reaver. So, you know, either way, this is really a great time for him to make these extra Goliaths.
Right. Well, whether he knows it or not about the carriers, getting a lot of Goliaths like that early on is critical. Now you can see LX is moving his whole army out here, getting ready with the Reaver. He just wants to keep the Terran in a little bit of an uncomfortable position where the Terran might say, okay, let's get a few more tanks out here. Let's siege up and try to expand instead of push, which is really all that LX wants. The Stargates haven't lit up yet, but I'm pretty sure with that pylon finishing, they will be now.
Yeah, you know, if he can stop Super from pushing out quickly, if he can just delay him a little bit, that's going to give him the edge he needs. This is very timing sensitive, this build. And if Super goes right now with the 6 factory, that is a strong counter to this two base carrier build. So, you know, he really needs to slow him down. It's all going to come down to this right here.
Okay, he's sieging up. Now, what Alex needs to do is retreat. No, he should not be attacking at this moment. This is a disastrous... whoa.
My God.
Target fires the Reaver. I don't know why Alex attacked right now because... And now he's going to have to retreat, but this should trigger Terran to just move out, and he's already on sieging. I think even Super was probably a little bit surprised there at what just happened, probably not anticipating that.
You know, killing the Reaver, killing the shuttle. Right now, Super is thinking, oh, yeah, I'm going to Korea because he is just in such a great place. He killed so many units. He lost almost nothing. He's got the 6 factories pumping. As long as he hits his depots, he is going to have an overwhelming force. And LX is going to be so hard-pressed to deal with this.
Now, I have to say, I think LX did the same mistake he's been doing this entire series. The idea is right, but he just doesn't quite execute it correctly. He didn't get the pylon up in the 7-gate or 8-gateway proxy rush. He attacked the Terran's main on Medusa for no apparent reason when he had a huge advantage. And here was again, he just tried to rush in there and attack against a 2-basing 6-factory Terran.
And look at this, the Zealots run in, surround a few tanks, and pick them off, but wow, a lot of Dragoons going down as well as all the Zealots. The first carrier's just popping out, and you know, I don't think that Super knows about it yet because we do not see extra Goliaths being made. So he really wants to hide those carriers as long as possible, but it looks like he's going to lose his natural very, very fast. You know, I'm not sure if there's any possible way for him to fight out of this, but here he goes, trying to push back these tanks, save his expansion a little bit longer, but he is going to lose his entire army if he keeps engaging.
This is a complete disaster for Protoss, but I have to say this, even though I like LX as a person, this serves him right. Why on earth would you attack a Terran in a moment like this? It's obvious that all you had to do was wait for the carriers, make the Terran siege, then walk back, and when the Terran moves out, make him siege again, and just keep doing this. Remember that you have a Reaver, so you can pick off any units that overextend themselves. And here comes Terran. Terran should be able to take out this Nexus, no problem.
Oh, yeah. And look, he's shown those carriers just too fast here, I think. You know,
I think so.
He does not have full interceptors. Looks like he has about 3 on each. You know, if he has 8 on each, he can come out and kill so many siege tanks before Goliath can get back down. But as is, he's going to kill these siege tanks a lot slower. It's going to give him plenty of time to retreat the tanks, to get Goliaths with them. And after killing that base, this brings LX down to 1 base. He does have the Nexus building over at his 3rd base location, but it looks like there's no probes there quite yet. So, you know, right now, it's a very difficult position for LX. Oh my god, and he even gets vultures inside the base.
Yeah, this could not be worse. This is pretty embarrassing here for LX. I think LX had the right idea. I think this was a map where this strategy would have worked out quite well. And unfortunately, he didn't make the strategy work for him. He made it work against him.
Yeah, and look at this now. The carrier's having to run away. He really overcommitted those carriers. He already knows there is Goliath tech. As soon as a Terran player sees those carriers pop out, he's going to jump back, cancel everything in his factories, and make Goliath only. So, you know, that was a little bit overextending. His carriers are pretty damaged right now. He is up to 4, yeah, but really to do any damage against Terran, you need at least 6. And by the time he gets 6, there are going to be so many Goliaths on this map with their +1 upgrade. I don't know.
And the only thing that you can really do when you get a lot of Goliaths is combine your carriers with a ground army, and that won't happen if you lose the Nexus. You're going to end up spending that 400 on the Nexus and not using your gateways. And you can see Terran is just, he killed the expansion. He did exactly what a good Terran player should do. I think this was the mistake that Hydra made in his series against Trap, is when he killed the expansion, he kept trying to push. He just backed off, regrouped, and then pushed again.
Exactly, and look at this. Here we go. He's bringing up all his tanks, going to try to kill this expansion. And, you know, if he kills this expansion, which it really looks like he's going to. I mean, look at this. Just a few Dragoons. They're going to be trapped over those bridges. You know, the best LX can do here is just stalling against all these Goliaths. But, ooh, look at that. The Cheonan boosters, or whatever they're called, just absolutely reaching those carriers so easily. I don't know. I don't think there's anything that LX can really do here.
Yeah, this is pretty much, we're going to watch LX tap out here in a minute. He might go for a counter, I guess. He could do that, but, you know, not really, because even then Terran can kill off his own base pretty easily. So, I think we're seeing LX kind of in a state of panic here, going, okay, is there anything I can do? I got to bring my A game. If there's any mistake that Super makes, maybe I can come back. Maybe Super wasn't making units, but in reality, it's not the case.
And you know what? It looks like he is going to go for this counter here. The only thing I could think that could possibly win in the game is getting on top of that ramp, you know, so the factories can no longer reinforce.
Get to the heart of the Terran's base where the production occurs, win a long micro battle, and hopefully muster up another Nexus and another army in the meanwhile.
Yeah, and look at this. So he has been stalled long enough. Super's army is reinforcing, and LX is flanked. It looks like a ton more units for Super here. So many Goliaths coming in flanking. You know, Dragoon's doing a great job against Goliaths, but just way too many units from Super.
Oh, yeah. Unfortunately, I think the idea was pretty good by LX, but it's just not going to be enough. He may fly around here and try to do a command center snipe, but no, he will not. GG. Congratulations, Super. Your winner.
Yeah, Super. He is going to represent Asia in ESWC, Asian Masters of Cheonan. Wow, you know what? LX has to be kicking himself. You know, that one attack towards the natural of Super with his Reaver and his units against the 6 factory +1 timing push, that really just, that hurt him too much. The carrier tech didn't work out.
You know, it's like his strategy made sense, but his execution never did. And that's the thing about StarCraft. It's not just a strategy game. It's about being able to pull off every step of what you're doing. And unfortunately, LX just wasn't able to do that, and Super kept overcoming him.
Yeah, you know, he won the winner bracket, so I'm sure he thought that he was going to be the one coming to Korea, but no, Super has fought back, and he is going to be coming to Korea for ESWC. The tournament, you know, he's going to come in May 2nd. Tournament starts on May 4th. This is going to be an excellent tournament.
Yeah, congratulations to Super. I don't think LX or many other people expected you to come over this much to get here, but it was a well-earned win.
Indeed it was. So, you know, once again, congratulations and excellent tournament.
Excellent tournament. Thank you, everybody, for participating, and thank you for watching.